Hello everybody, this is my 2000 Toyota 4Runner Limited with a dealer installed Toyota TRD Supercharger with TRD headers and TRD stainless exhaust. Pretty proud of this guy, love this truck very much, and pretty happy to be able to pass it on to hopefully the next Toyota addict and Toyota lover. I'm going to walk you around my 4Runner and show you all the nooks and crannies. I just want to start by saying this is the most perfect 4Runner I have ever come across. It's got 88,000 miles. It was basically a two-owner. It was sold new in Washington State, and then in 2013 bought by the second owner, and it was taken to BC for registration, but then taken to Palm Springs, and it lived in Palm Springs from 2013 to 2021. So the condition of it is exquisite. It is crazy. The underside is perfect. The interior is perfect. The body is basically perfect, and I just can't say enough about these things. I've always wanted one that was supercharged, and finally got my hands on one, and fortunately for me, it was basically the perfect 4Runner. So let's start by walking around and just show you the exterior condition of it, and then I'll get into the interior and show you all that. So I've done essentially a 2-inch lift. I do have all the stock components, so it can go back to completely stock if someone wanted it, but I like this stance. Most people know that 99s had the tallest stance, and then the 2000s had a bit of a taller or shorter one. So kind of counteracts that. This is sitting on Old Man Emu or OME springs front and rear, with Old Man Emu rear shocks and Dobinson's front shocks. It's got a pretty good stance now. It does fit a what have I got? 265/70 17s, I believe. And I've got 3 sets of wheels. It can come on the original 5 stars with a new set of tires, whatever someone would want. It can come on these Tundra wheels with the BFGs, or I have another set of TRD new generation 4Runner TRD off-road wheels with Falcon Wild Peak, same size as these tires. So I can't decide which ones I like the most. Yeah, so without stalling any further, let's walk you around it. So I would say the only imperfections on the entire thing are going to be on the front bumper, which is totally expected, and that is the only place where you're going to find any sorts of kind of chipping or anything to do with the paint. I thought about having this repainted, as that would be super simple, but I felt like it was just kind of an honest representation of how clean this 4Runner is. Obviously, any vehicle that is 21 years old is going to have a little bit of imperfection to it, or it's going to have a little bit of wear, and this is really the only place you see it. When you get up into the headlights, the original Toyota headlights and side markers, there's really nothing. No pitting on the headlights. There's the smallest. That is a bug. That guy there and a couple here. Those are really the only chips, which is incredible. Of course, this is Desert Dune paint. Desert Dune metallic with the silver two-tone. You can see these lenses are just crazy, incredible clean. Even these front edges of the fender flares. The paint everywhere else is immaculate. Very cool that in the 2000s you'd see this. I don't know if it's not gold plating, because of course these were plastic logos, but the gold trim package on some of these older vehicles, especially Toyotas, is really cool, and I love it on this guy. It goes kind of with the Desert Dune. Of course, it's got the factory projector fog lights. Everything, absolutely everything works in this vehicle, so there's nothing to mention there. Again, paint, immaculate, high gloss. It was always detailed. All original glass everywhere. So it's still got the Toyota glass in every single window. I've never even seen this before. Toyota brand windshield wipers. And let's see if the camera adjusts here, but look at the frame. And all the componentry in here is just black, black, black. Not an ounce of corrosion anywhere. So here's those tires and the Tundra wheels. Yeah, 265/70/17. Even the inside edge of these fender flares, this is all original paint, by the way. Really nothing marking up. This was always on the road from what I can tell, and certainly the fellow that I bought it from, he never took it off-road. It was just his commuter vehicle in and around Palm Springs. All the rubber in great shape on the footsteps. It's been touched up, but a little bit of markings there from the in and outs. Mirrors looking fantastic. Zoom out a little bit here. Everything on the roof, all the rubbers, everything is just incredible, incredible, incredible. So there's nothing to show you for marks down the side of the truck. No real scratching even in the door handles. That's not a scratch. All super clean. It does come with its original 2 key fobs, original books. That's a little smudge for my hands. Usually this is always really oxidized. Super black. I did tint the windows with ceramic tint. There's those Toyota logos in the glass. Every single panel does have its original VIN tag. And let's see if we can just look into this wheel well a little bit too. See the frame there? That's a spot usually you see a lot of corrosion on, even on the nicest ones, which is around the end of this pipe. Just nothing. So around the rear fender flares, the odd little stone chip. Oh no, that's not even a stone chip. That is, little one there. That's not. A couple little guys here, but this is getting pretty minute. Again, gold trim package. Going around the back. Everything is tiddly, not an ounce of even corrosion on the receiver tow hitch. And I think, I'd love to know, but I think the original selling dealership probably pushed the Supercharger on the original owners for towing, I'm guessing, because it does have a trailer brake controller on the inside. But all the emblems and everything, a little bit of oxidization there, but all of them are in crazy good shape. You always see on these old 4Runners, this is always oxidized and the clear coat's peeling off. It's immaculate. This is always pretty janky looking. Rear wiper, immaculate. And then going up and looking at the rear spoiler, perfect. Look at those screw heads on the rear third light. Up on top of the roof, perfect. Maybe we'll just stop saying that. Essentially everything on this thing is perfect. Struts, full extension. This is another telltale spot on a lot of them. Perfect. The rear step pad. Perfect. And then always nice to look up into this area too when you're looking at these things, and the rear hinges. So all the rear carpets, this is one thing that when I bought this really blew me away, but all the panels, no scratching, no scuffs. Normally when people use these for cargo, which was totally normal, these would all get scratched up, but all these inner plastic panels are just immaculate. Underneath the WeatherTech floor liner, pull that out. A perfect rear carpet, and then even underneath this guy, and same thing too with the wheel wells. Carpet is immaculate, and then underneath as well, perfect. This is usually broken on a lot. This little compartment is empty. Rear tonneau still has a lot of elasticity and recoil. Backs of those rear seats, immaculate. So, not to be super redundant, but same thing on the passenger side. The odd little mark has been touched up on the fender flare, but the paint itself, super high gloss. It is waxed, but just incredible. As I said, everything works. There's nothing to really point out there as you would probably on some higher mileage ones. These rear seats, I'll open the other door. The rear seats and the rear carpets and the rear door panels, just crazy clean. Door sills, nice black screw heads on these door sill trims. The seats, including the driver's seat, the leather is all in just incredible condition. Same with underneath. Backs of the seats. Of course, your rear heater works, and the cup holders are not broken. These are my spare set of floor mats. It has a brand new set of floor mats that come with it. And then all the wood panel switches and switches themselves, all the plastic in the interior is incredible. So built in 03 of 2000. Again, those are my spare floor mats. But look at the high gloss on all the panels here. Just like on all the others, this door panel is immaculate. And look at this original leather driver's seat. Beautiful. Another telltale spot. This guy, full padding still. It hasn't collapsed. The latches are all perfect. The stitching, nothing wrong with that. The passenger seat, it's in crazy good condition. Same goes for the door panel on the passenger side. Another indicative spot, steering wheel. Steering wheel still has like a leather texture to it. It's not all smoothed out. There's no nicks anywhere on it. Incredible shape. Of course, there's that very cool push button all-wheel drive, and then 4-high locked and low locked, and then the rear diff lock. Of course, everything works great. One really cool thing that I've done to this 4Runner is I did add Bluetooth to the factory radio, so you can stream your music and answer calls. You can do that just by hitting the track up and track down, and you can use that to advance tracks on your phone, but it all still looks super factory. Of course, this was sold new in the US, so the climate control is in Fahrenheit, not Celsius. There's your mileage, 88,186. Exhaust has a pretty cool tone to it. Early in the morning. All the switches, just everything in the interior, mint, 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 mint. Impossible to find this kind of condition 4Runner. Nice and yellow logo still up in the visors. Okay, let's pop the hood. I'll see if I can't get the camera underneath a little bit as well. So, starting here, focus, there we go, original VIN sticker. A little bit of chafing on the underhood pad from the Supercharger, and there it is. So, Magnuson TRD Supercharger. Looks like I could use a little underhood clean as it's getting a little dark. Dusty. But you'll notice all the CAD plating, there's another VIN sticker and then other ones on the other side. But all the bolts and brackets on the underside of the hood are just immaculate. Radiator still looks fresh and new. But just tiddly, tiddly, tiddly. So let me see if I can't get the camera to show you some underside, if the lighting. I'll have underside photos for anyone that wants to see, but this is the nicest, well-equipped 4Runner I've ever come across. No rust, just mint. And this has just been washed. I didn't detail it before this video. So anyway, let me pull back, get a couple last shots. This is a super long video. Apologize for that. I get carried away. But I'll probably tell you everything you need to know. If you're not in my town, before making the trip to come by her. So that's it. 2000 limited 4Runner supercharged from Toyota when it was new. TRD exhaust, TRD headers, TRD supercharger, no accidents, 88,000 miles, immaculate, immaculate, immaculate. It's got a great stance. I just love this truck. So we'll leave it at that. If you have any questions, just reach out.